guys, I have a bunch of things that I've been pushing off over the weekend, just trying to enjoy time with the kids and finally relax, which actually also didn't happen relaxing because we did gardening and all kinds of crap. So no relaxing was happening, but my house still got left behind, so I have to handle that. But first things first, you can see the glass on my head. Errands have to happen. I'm taking Tristan to work. I'm gonna go do those. Then I'll show you what I got as well as everything else. But I also want to show you one thing I gotta get rid of real quick before I leave. Look how sad. The Valentine's Day roses have finally died. So I have to take these outside, and it's trash day. And I know that my trash will be taken before I get back from the store. So I have to take these outside. And a few of them are more wilted because there's cat bites like normal. This yellow one is the only one that's still somewhat pretty, but this one they chewed. And then this morning the entire vase was all over the floor. Well, not over the floor, the table. Water everywhere, water on that chair right there. So I have to fill it back up, take a few of these out that are still savable, and get rid of the rest. But I'm gonna get those outside, change my battery because it's about to die, and then we'll catch back up once I'm done with my errands and taking Tristan to work. Walmart and Marshall's. This was because this was only slightly successful. I'll explain what I mean. There was something very specific I had to find for Gwen. The specific thing I needed was more cups for Gwen for school. She leaves them in the classroom. She breaks them, throws them. 2 of hers are leaking. 2 of hers are currently in the classroom. So I found 2 more of that, and then I had to have batteries because we've killed the remote, the TV remote again, so that we needed. I saw these, just thought they were cute, so I bought those. You guys know I love the Joy Spun. They're just really good. This is for tacos tonight. And then I saw these. I did the Butter Beer Hershey Kisses from Target, and I knew they were goldfish. I hadn't seen them yet, but I found these in Walmart. Into Marshall's, I was looking for more cups for Gwen that are actually insulated, and the only one I found was basically like a My First Tumbler thing for her. So she's actually gonna have a tumbler. And then a dog toy because the boys have ripped theirs apart. I'll show you that in a few. My phone started ringing, but jumping back in, I've wanted one of these damp duster towels. I have the little bar thing, but I've wanted one of these, and it was only $2.50 in there. So I bought that. I've been out of my CeraVe for a while and using different ones, and I didn't even know they sold this in there. So I bought one, a new set of nails, very springy, and this nail reformation, that stayed on very well last time. The cat eye nails, I needed more nail files to put those on because I ripped mine off yesterday after Disney and my nails are a mess. So I'm probably gonna wait a few days, but that's my next set. I love these inlay glasses, and the only one they had was cherries, but I'm like, okay, cool, that's really good for almost year round. So I bought that. And then these cute little bracelets. So that was the random crap I found in Marshall's. This is the dog toy that is being replaced. It's shredded out the side. They've already ripped a leg off. There's another leg about to fall off. And Hunter's main thing is to destroy and remove every squeaker he could find. And there's like one more in here, but it's barely working. So this is the old toy. Gotta throw dinner in the crock pot real quick. And you see these lovely things right here? I'm going to turn those into some muffins or banana bread later. I don't know, but it'll be in the video. My ground beef is like half thawed. It's not fully thawed, and that's fine. I've put frozen. Yeah, that one's almost still completely frozen in the center. And I've done this with full-blown frozen blocks of ground beef. I'm just making taco meat. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef, so I'm going to use 2 packets of taco seasoning. 1 on that side. 1 on that side. I'm using beef broth because I have it. If I didn't, I would just use water. But all I'm doing is basically putting enough in here to coat the bottom, just like that. Another thing you can use or skip, I have this in the fridge from chicken tacos last week. So I am going to use this and put it in here. You don't have to, you can completely skip this step. My kids actually appreciate when I skip this. So I'm only putting a little bit on the top. All right, pop the lid on, and that's seriously it. Low, 6 hours. At about the halfway mark, I'll come in and try and break it apart, and then I will continue breaking it apart roughly every hour until that 6 hours. Amazing. But I'll show more of that as the day goes, that way you don't miss any steps, as well as the banana bread or muffins. My kids like both, so it really doesn't matter, just kind of what I want to do. I need to try these. If you don't know what butterbeer, the main flavor is, it's butterscotch. So like when I opened up these, conveniently enough, this past weekend, These, as soon as you open the bag, it was just like crazy butterscotch. The other ones didn't do that. They're cute. They look like little butter beer steins. I will say these are delicious. I think right on the tail end, I get a little bit of butterscotch. I've eaten about 7 of them at this point. Now I can clearly tell it is butterscotch, but either way, without knowing it, but just because it is butterbeer, I want to know that. But otherwise, they're just good. I'm about to start some laundry, but I have to show you Mr. Pathetic. Just look at Mako. Hold on. Oh, big stretch, and look at the ear. He's been laying like this for like an hour, even with the ear up in the air. It's just so cute. I have some of my stuff drying right here from last night. It should be good to take off that rack in just a minute. Sort out the laundry from my bathroom. This ends up getting the majority of me, Connor, and the younger 2 kids. Everyone else's goes in their own rooms for the most part, but I will sort them out, clothes on one side and towels on the other. Last spring and summer, I shared our garden and all that with you guys, but I kept it very brief because not many people really cared. I do go more in depth on Instagram if you want to follow me over there, same screen name and all of that. But I'm going to show you just a little bit of what we've been working on so you get a little bit of inspiration if you want some garden motivation, because we've done more this year than we normally do. First things first, this is floating. It is supposed to be catnip in there, and no matter what I do, the rain just keeps flooding that out. So I don't know if maybe I want to try a different pot. This is going to be cat grass, 2 different kinds because I didn't know the difference, and I planted this about a week and a half later than that, maybe even 2 weeks later than that. So we'll see how that goes. I have more of these that I don't have anywhere to put yet, but my daughter wanted some pansies out here, so that's what we planted, but I have plenty extra. Last year we had this bucket up against this tree that was just full of citronella. Well, we were trying to do a little more pretty stuff and to bring some more pollinators this year, so we have different flowers, and we have lemongrass because we couldn't find citronella at first, and we have 3 of these pots going. Here's number 2 with different flowers and more lemongrass, and yes, ignore all of the stones and the gross if you see it. We have to pressure wash. That's this coming weekend. And then I finally found citronella on my like 7th time to the store. So we have citronella in the back of this one, but they all do things for mosquitoes, so it doesn't really matter to me. And then more flowers. And I just thought these little ones were so, so pretty. Like I said, ignore the gross. That's the pressure washing that will happen this weekend. These 2 that are popping up, they popped up several days apart, but they are both going to be green bean bushes. That's one of the extra flowers that I didn't have space for in the pot. I'm still working on that. I didn't want to let it die. And then marigolds, they do great things for insect repellent and different things. And then we have 1, 2, and 3. These are all Roma tomato plants, and they are slowly starting to produce. At Lowe's, the kids were gifted these little flowers. So this is Declan's, or not flowers, butterflies. That was Declan's. These are our bell pepper plants, both of which are also starting to produce, but we only put 2 out this year. And more marigolds all the way down. 2 strawberries. We're trying again, fingers crossed, because we've had very bad luck with strawberries. And then this is Gwen's, but right here they're already starting to sprout themselves, so that's just fingers crossed. Always plant lavender for luck. Let me know if you know what movie that's from, but that is lavender. And then over here are the few herbs we're trying. That one is parsley, some kind of mint, I think spearmint. Connor picked that one. This is a chocolate mint. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. Smells incredible. Rosemary, and then that is lemon, thyme, and Greek oregano. I plan on growing them, drying them, and mixing them. I think that just sounds really good on chicken. The dogs keep playing with the little bins that the plants come in, so we still have to clean that up. Those were blueberries, both died, couldn't survive. We've tried blueberries numerous times. We're giving up on that. So these are blackberries. One is half dead, one is completely alive and thriving. So I think we're gonna do all blackberries, but we haven't decided, so we've done nothing over there yet. That is our garden, unless we find another one of the bins, and even that will just end up being some more citronella and some flowers to try and keep mosquito control, because it does get very bad out here in the summer, and we wanna do things outside, so we want the most mosquito repellent we can possibly get, and the lemongrass and the citronella will do fantastic for that. If you want more, I'm telling you, over my Instagram, I keep more of a going thing of what we're doing, but right now at least you got the gist of what's going on outside of our house. My best friend just came to the door, dropped these off, and hauled butt. She has to go pick up her kids from school, but I messaged her, I'm like, you know I got cameras, right? I know that you're out there. I didn't have time to stop, but look how cute these are. I have no idea where I'm putting them or how to keep them alive, what kind of plant they are, but I've got 2 new little plant babies with feet. I had a lot of computer work and stuff to do today, so my afternoon flew. We are now jumping forward. It is about an hour before dinner time. All the kids are finally home, and it was one of them days where I have to run around a lot. I go to the school, pick up the younger ones, leave from there, immediately go all the way across town, pick up Tristan, come back home for like 20 minutes, and then go back up to the school and pick up Brianna from her after school activity. So it just, my afternoon just goes. But now I asked Brianna what she wants, and I have enough bananas for the chocolate chip muffins and actual banana bread, so I'm gonna make both. The first recipe I'm going to make is the banana chocolate chip muffins. I don't know if I've made this one on the channel, and if I have, it's been several years. The banana bread that I'm going to make after this one is my Aunt Jeannie's recipe, and I have shared that one, especially over the holiday season. I know I made that one a few times and recorded it at least once. My kids love both of these recipes, so I actually left a clip in so you can hear Declan's excitement when he found out what was on the list to bake today. Banana chocolate chip muffins. Those are so good! Brianna loves to help me in the kitchen, so every now and then you'll see her, like all the bracelets on her arm, that's her, and then otherwise it's me. And I've made it like a goal of mine to teach all my kids everything they could possibly need to know before they decide to eventually move out. Like my oldest, Tristan, he is 18. He knows how to bake. He knows how to cook. He knows how to grill, fix a car, any kind of cleaning in the house, unless it's like something crazy deep cleaning that I only do a few times a year. He does his own laundry, his own bedding, cleans his room, cleans the bathroom, does dishes. I've made sure to teach my children all kinds of stuff. I've taught them about finances and anything that I could teach them just to get them prepared for adulthood. That's kind of our job, right, as their parents, to get them ready for an adult life. What you're seeing there is the meat in the crock pot. I forgot to show you breaking it apart, but that's another recipe I know I've made on the channel over the course of the years. And it's just so easy because then you just put it on whatever you want, soft shells, hard shells, tostadas, put it whatever toppings you like and go from there. And then moving into the banana bread, both of these recipes are so similar, but yet they taste completely different, the muffin to the banana bread. It is very weird to me, the fact that we had them both side by side. This was the first time I've done this, and it's just crazy how different they are, but both are so equally delicious. So if you don't like to deal with muffins and portioning them out and you would just rather do the bread or vice versa, you will not go wrong with either one of these two. And with the bread, you can add the chocolate chips or skip it, as well as the muffins. That's your choice. Add nuts, whatever you really like in your banana bread. And then, of course, I like to clean as I go, so that way I don't have a whole mountain of crap waiting for me. So whenever I'm cooking dinner or any kind of baking project, I do prefer to clean as I go. Now, I don't always do this. I am human and I do give myself some grace, but to make my life easier, when I actually do listen to myself, I will clean as I go. I'm gonna jump back in and talk now. The kids just each had a slice. So there is the chocolate chip version. It is just such a good banana bread recipe. And there's the regular. I mean, look how spongy it is. I still have to clean all the countertops. There's a few more dishes now. I already washed all this. I have to put her name on her brand new cups. I'll do that in a few. This is the vase that actually goes on the dining room table, but the yellow flowers are still alive, so I gotta store that. My husband is finally home and can eat dinner, so I'm about to shut this thing down so it'll cool off, and then I can store what's left of the taco meat. This is how many of the big muffins are left, how many of the little muffins are left. My kids go insane for anything banana chocolate chip. Gwen was still working on her drawing, so she's gonna have to clean that up. Oh, I just disturbed little man. Look at that stretch. Hi, buddy. He was napping. And then this is what was in the dryer, and then I moved the load we started earlier into the dryer, so I'll have both of these to fold here in a little bit. I don't know if it's very clear for you guys to tell just from the video, but this is in fact the next night, and it did roll into 2 days. I don't know why all my videos keep doing that recently. I'm just trying to give myself grace. We've had a lot going on, and at the beginning of the year, it always seems like there's just a bunch of new crap to handle, and that's exactly what we were doing. But no, I didn't fold the clothes the previous night. Those are still waiting for me, and a load of towels, and you will see all that in a few minutes. And I've cleaned up my daughter's stuff. These games are still on this table from game night, which at the point of filming was then like 3 days later. My house just keeps getting stuff put on it, and then we're handling all the things that we have to do. This game for game night, by the way, was awful. I bought it at Target. It was like $20. I really do not recommend it, because unless you are like an older side of the millennials, or even the generation before the millennials, that game is not going to be fun for you. I really don't care what it says. It was not fun for us, and I don't recommend. But now my husband is helping me. He got home from work, so we are cleaning down the kitchen. On this night, I forgot to grab the camera for dinner. We did burger bowls. If you've never done a burger bowl, basically there's 2 ways of doing it. You can do a ground beef mixture, and you melt some cheese into it, and you serve it over French fries and then all of your toppings that you would normally put on a burger, kind of like a salad. Or you could skip the French fries to make it a little lower carb and do it like a cheeseburger salad. And the dressing is like the mixture of the mayo and ketchup. You could put some mustard in there, some relish, whatever you like to do with your burgers. We've done them both ways, with the fries and without, and it is absolutely delicious. Either way, I look forward to it, and I like to go more toward dishes like that as it gets hotter in the year. I don't like to make soups and stews and anything like that, because it's so hot outside, and then I don't want to come inside and have a big bowl of chili just waiting for me. I can't wrap my brain around that. So I like dinners like this one as the temperatures start to change. This was also trash night, so you saw my husband cleaning out the refrigerator. There wasn't a whole lot this time, but we do like to make sure to do that the night before the trash comes, get the dishwasher started, and then wipe down all of the countertops and get anything sticky and gross food off. Now, in this video, it was basically a good running ideal night of how this works. My husband and I like to tag team the kitchen, get the floors done, living rooms, everything like that. Does it roll like this every single night? No. Some nights we end up leaving the dishes in the sink, but as long as they're rinsed off, it's fine. We will always try to make sure to run the dishwasher. We don't mop and vacuum every night. On this night, we didn't mop at all. We just had the vacuum running and it was fine, but we need to do it more often because Hunter is in his shedding phase and there's his hair everywhere. And if we don't keep it under control, it's just really, really bad. But does everything we're doing in this video happen every single night? No. Do we try to? Absolutely. But we are human and we just roll with what happens and we help each other along the way. My husband and I, it's not where, he works all day, he's out of the house. I'm working all day in the house, so I handle all the housework. No, we handle what we can do on our own, and then we tag team the rest of it together. And Mako's crazy, but of course, chasing the vacuum the entire time. That dog is a spaz, and I absolutely love him. He was such a wonderful addition to our home a few years ago, and I am very grateful for that dog. And then here's all that laundry that we were talking about. It's just 2 loads of clothes and then 1 load of towels. And this was my stuff that was on that drying rack. I'm going to take everything I can that has to be hung up in my closet, then start folding everything else, making sure to take any of the dryer balls or those little zap hair catcher things, take those out of the wash too. And I'm getting started on it, and then my husband's going to help me continue it in a few minutes.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat.
mountain of laundry still to fold. Connor is helping me knock it out, but we have to stop because he needs a break for food. It's 10 p.m. Let me just show you what this man's eating. He is like big into high protein, things like that. And at night he will sit here with a can of tuna, and he's got relish and all kinds of crap in here. But he just eats an entire can of tuna at 10 p.m. I don't get it. Your food.
2 cans.
2 cans. But he's gonna eat that, then we're gonna sit down, watch a show, and finish doing all this laundry, and that's pretty much where we're stopping for the night. I don't really like when these things run into 2 days, but then again, normally if there's 2 days, there's 2 dinners. I just forgot to even grab the camera tonight, but I did already cover in the voiceover exactly what I made and the fact that I made it for on the channel, but I'll put both recipes for the dinner in the description box and everything like that. And otherwise, just thank you guys so much for hanging out, for being here. I do appreciate you more than you know. Thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.